Hey guys, how's it going? How is it going out there? Sorry I'm so late. Let me see if I can get this stream finally up and running. I do apologize for being late. We'll get this thing going here in just back in here in 1 minute, all right? Guys, stick with us. Yeah. See how it always is. If I say you're going to be late, we're going to be late. All right, we ready to go? Yeah. Mic up, bud.
Microphone's on.
And thank you for the intro music. This is some good intro music this week. You can turn it off whenever you get.
Try it. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
We're out. Get
Jeez,
out of your phone.
We got all these. This was great.
We're on it.
We finally are live. It took us, man, this was tough, guys. You don't even know how tough this was. We were supposed to start at 8:30, and as things often go in the RC garage, we did not start on time. I hope you guys are all doing well. It's going to be a fun show tonight. Let me know if the audio or video seems to be working or if it's lagging a lot. From what I'm looking at, it's lagging horribly, but what I'm looking at is the same. I'm using a mobile hotspot off of my phone, which is streaming this. So that's a mess. So we'll just have to see how that works. If you can,
I'll try to pull it up.
what's up.
Let's see. We are live. We're good.
If anyone's out there, I'd love to hear from you. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from.
Got it.
All right.
Hello,
great.
YouTube.
Well, then you watch your thing on silent, but because we can't have the volume.
Feedback on feedback.
Yeah. If you can, put the chat on. That way you can see if anyone's chatting.
There we go.
All right. Started a little bit late, but here we are again in JB RC Garage. And this week, it's got a cool special guest. Hang on one sec. We will introduce you. Gotta get a drink. Sorry. No matter how early we get started for this thing, we're always late. It's just the way the show goes.
They got us in Texas. We're good.
Awesome. I know who that is. Hey, what's up, buddy? I knew you were, I was hoping you were going to come on because I think I saw a post from you on one of the Facebook, like the Pro Moto owner groups. Is that true? Did I see your post earlier today, or maybe yesterday? I think I saw. I forget what it was, but I'm pretty sure it was you posting it. Let me know.
I'm also in one of those, or actually a couple of those groups on Facebook. The LOSI PROMOTO owners, and then the LOSI PROMOTO mod group.
I think I'm in both of those.
Yep.
Cool. Liquor over there on Torrance.
Shout out Kings.
King's Liquor. Good to have you aboard as a sponsor. This is their third week as a sponsor. Best place for liquor in the local Torrance area. So yeah, Trinidad says that was him posting.
Awesome.
Cool. But remind me what it was, if you don't mind, because I cannot remember, because I look at so many people's posts.
Let's see.
But anyway, yeah, this week we got my buddy Mitch in here. He's a cool dude. Likes to also got a Pro Moto.
Oh yeah.
And a bunch of other RCs he's worked in hobby shops, and he's a good driver. Every time I drive against him in a race, it's always a challenge.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we drove the Pro Motos together, racing against each other. Right. You have a project that we may do, depending on how chat is.
Yep, we'll see.
You might do a project to your Pro Moto.
Yep.
You have what part is it that you have?
It's the Trail lower front axle mount. So got to do a little modification to this, make sure it works for the brake completely. But other than that, I like it. It's a cool piece. Nice design, smooth. It's cool. It's nice looking. But a little modification needed.
So that's all right. You posted a lot of stuff. Well, that's cool. I didn't realize you were posting that much until I just saw that post. I don't see a whole bunch of posts. Hello, K Habib 29 and 0. Good to have you back. Let me know, guys, if the audio or video starts lagging out or something.
Should be okay.
But yeah, just tell people. We'll talk more on specifics later, like Pro Moto and that stuff. But
yeah.
Tell us how did you get started in RC? What's your story with that? Everyone has a story.
Oh man.
Just let people know.
Oh man, how did I get into RC? That's an awesome question. Well, back in the day, I don't know. Everybody's got that family member that had RC cars, and it was my uncle. Had a bunch of planes and cars and stuff like that. He was back in the nitro days in the early 90s and stuff like that. And yeah, it kind of sparked my interest. And then, I don't know, didn't really have the options to get RC cars too much. I was kind of too busy being a kid. And then later on, first car, pretty much got the Traxxas Slash when those things came out.
Yeah.
Good old nickel metal hydrate packs. Those were fun. 7 cells for the win.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, just been doing RC for, probably 20-something years now, messing around with them. Yeah, Slash was like the good platform though.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever that came out, probably like
around 2010 or something,
yeah.
I think, right?
Okay, yeah. So about
no, maybe earlier than that. Little.
Because yeah, I think it was fun. Had a bunch of fun with the little rear-wheel drive car for a bit, and then did the BMX thing for a few years, and then slowly gotten back into RC. Started with planes, drones, and then RC drifting, crawling. Pretty much anything RC.
Yeah,
I'll get my hands on. It's pretty fun.
So I didn't know that you got back into it with drones and planes.
Yeah,
and cars weren't the first thing that you were back.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked aviation since a kid. My dad used to work at an airport when I was super young, so kind of always been into planes. But like I said, never had the means to get the RC product until kind of recently, and kind of got back into that. And then yeah, well, not too recently. That was about like 8 years ago.
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Like, first
in the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Pretty
light. You chose about a chain and the detailing of the bike.
Ooh.
Dude, I don't remember. Oh, it was the chain. You cut some links out of the chain, I think, didn't you?
I saw that.
I think you got a master link and cut a link or two out. Was that you who did that one? And if so, how is that working out for you?
Yeah, I saw that. That's a good idea. That's one thing in my eyes that I think LOSI kind of lacked on was the adjustable linkage on the chains. It's like I know it's a small chain, but still.
Still, give us that option.
There's a master link involved.
Why don't you just have a master link on it?
Exactly. Yeah.
I understand on like, you know, Ninjas, you know, full size bikes, they're pressed links because that's the most powerful. But we're not. But that's liability because we're actually riding a motorcycle.
Exactly.
These are toys.
Yep.
Who cares?
If it breaks, it breaks. Get more chain.
So yeah, let us. And how's it working? I'm still on my first chain on the red bike, but I'm pretty far back on adjustability. So
about the same as me.
You know, dude, I ruined this tire. Remember how we heard it? You said, I hear your tire.
Sidewall?
Look.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Well, I can maybe glue a lot of it back, but it started to rip right there.
That's repairable.
That's disappointing. It's disappointing is what it is. Look how quickly. Do you think it expands and rubs on something, and that's why it gets so worn in the center in certain spots and not in others? Look at that.
Maybe the foam deforming at speed.
Because I'm not doing burnouts on asphalt at all. And that's like totally through there.
That's got to be from the tire coming off.
Is that in the same spot?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, probably.
It's probably from foam deforming.
Tire was coming out, and that's it. Yep. So, guys, yeah, he did remove the links.
Nice.
Man, I got to get some of those links. That's awesome.
I believe it's like 080 or 08B.
040. I don't know.
Forgot the size, but he will know since he has it.
Yeah, he knows how. Trinidad knows what it is. If you check it out online, you can check it out. Yep. Good, very good. That's gonna have to. Oh, this is so off of there.
Tires right now. I believe they might have some fronts over at a local shop around here.
I have. I'm lucky that I have some more. I have another set of Pro line, but I'm mad because I saw everybody, or they got the Dunlop rears in this week in a couple spots, and I put them in my checkout to order them from Tower. Didn't order them. Yeah. So I kind of have a spare. I did get a spare one, which I'm using now in the dirt. And then I have another new one because I took it off of this. Oh, no, I took it off of this one. His wheels, he's going to have probably Supermoto wheels on.
Awesome.
So that at least allows me a spare set of wheels that I can use from that one.
Yep.
But guys, if you get the option to find rear tires, buy them.
Yes.
Because they could probably be in short supply for several months.
Oh, absolutely. Like. Yeah, everybody's trying to get a hold of them. So even on the forums and everybody, or on the Facebook pages.
Yeah.
Talking about the tire ballooning, not much room left between the tire and the arm surface. Took about 2 links, should have removed just one.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, you don't want that thing running up on the center of the...
It depends also on which tire. I bet you if you're using the Dunlop stock tire, it won't balloon that much.
Yeah.
These will balloon.
Proline's got
even if they don't pull from the rim like this one did. But the Dunlop is a lot harder tire. You might get away with it.
Oh, yeah.
Just have to check and see.
Yeah, the Proline's a super soft compound, so that'll make it a little difficult. Or maybe another trick to do would be putting a little piece of duct tape on the inside of the Proline tire.
Oh, so you know what? Balloon. I have another set to mount, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
There we go.
Great idea, dude.
Yep.
I have some black Gorilla tape here,
perfect.
which will be perfect.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what color it is, but it's going to be. I'll do the inside to try to keep that thing from expanding.
Just get the whole out or inside of the tire to the sidewall right there.
That was a great idea.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do it right now on the show. Actually, I got the tires. That'd be a good project to do.
Yeah, adding a link should help to make sure that tire doesn't balloon. Or
we're learning to add a link and see if it helps.
Yeah, try the little duct tape trick as well. That might work. Or electrical tape might work. But still,
yeah. If your tire's not mounted already, if you could try that because that might keep it from expanding.
But if you got pre-mounted, SOL.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like James
dude,
was saying,
I
with
got
the
to get some of those
compounds,
links.
These
But
ones are
that one's
super
pretty hard.
Yeah,
That's a hard
super
tire.
compound.
You can see I'm trying to wear this into a Supermoto style tire.
To my first tire that I had, and I do have the Supermotos as well, and I have to say, it's not the same. Not the same at all.
What do you prefer?
For on-road, the
Yes.
Supermoto tires.
Okay. So I've driven with the Supermoto tires. Some people
It's a little odd.
don't like that it can scrape on the left. To me, I thought I got over that real quick.
Yeah. That's what it does.
But I actually only rode them maybe 2 times because then I took these side things off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And these were off for a few weeks.
It's pretty fun without those.
And but I don't think it's good on road without them.
No.
I haven't tried it, but
Yeah.
I'm afraid to grind it down hard.
What I was thinking about, like I was saying the other day, that we'll probably bring up a little bit later on in the show, build little skids for the little sides of the boots, and maybe even chop this bar, like modify a bar here and build some kind of skids, because later on I got a little surprise for everybody with the I'll just say 6 cup, be the little hint.
Okay.
Drop. Bikes, they obviously will understand what I'm talking about, but 6, I believe it's 6. Yes, 6 or 7. No, it's 6.
So I thought that this just even being shortened could do a world of good.
Absolutely.
It doesn't need to be out here. It could be here. You'd get more lean, and yet you'd still be protected. So when these come off, that's when you really tear the rider up.
Yep. And I've noticed, have yours gotten a little less?
They got a lot less.
Okay.
A lot less.
Yep.
But then I went and put
Just longer spacer in there.
Yeah.
That's what I did. With
like
mine
they
as
were
well.
so
It was touch and
floppy
every single time. Yeah.
It was real floppy. It was tight at first, and I guess it wore out.
Yep.
So if you guys haven't used those other spacers in there, and you have that issue, do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, we're gonna make mistakes with these bikes. They're brand new, so every one of us is gonna learn about these things.
Oh yeah.
Of all the RCs, this thing it's just different.
It's
really different. So much fun.
That's a lot of fun. Totally expanded my mind on what RC things are capable of doing. It's pretty cool. Pretty wild.
Tell us, you came to the park with us the other day. That was your first time ever driving with anybody else with Promotos?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
You always did solos before.
Yep, had this thing for, about 2 months now, and I was kind of lucky enough to get it on the day that it was released. And I didn't pre-order it or anything. I was just right place, right time, and good friends still having to work at good places. So
there you go.
Got my hands on one a little bit early, had a few battery packs, and yeah, just had a lot of fun pretty much for like a week straight. Didn't have any work lined up at that time, so yeah, just went out and ripped this thing, found a bunch of dirt jumps and trails, and got the bike control down and trying to learn it.
Out, so I've got more experience than most people.
Yep.
I also like dirt bikes a lot, and I do think that lends itself to driving these a little bit better if you understand how bikes work.
That's pretty much the mechanics. 7-8, yeah.
And man, you were in the lead a lot.
Yeah.
It was tough. I was trying. We were doing some close racing though.
Yeah, that was fun.
So that's their first time driving with other people.
Yeah.
Tell the viewers your thoughts on what it's like when you get a group of people around we were on a fairly simple track.
Yeah, a little grass layout, pretty simple oval with a little a B shape kind of, I should say. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. I do got to say, we got to get more people with Promotos to meet up with us and have a legit moto.
Yeah.
Like, we need actual heat races, like finals. That'd be awesome.
And if we could get enough people, that way we do heats. That way we have somebody or a couple people that are doing corner marshaling. So we can keep the race going. I think the best way to race competitively is to keep the tracks pretty simple now.
Simple layouts.
Because we need straight stretches, make it fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, if we find an open field somewhere that is okay to bring a shovel to, like, because like I said, I grew up riding BMX my whole entire life, so like I built dirt jumps, so like I know how to move a shovel, move some dirt around, and building a track is so much easier than building a set of trails. I can tell you that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Building a track, we can get that done in 20 minutes.
Absolutely.
If anybody lives in the Torrance area and wants to throw some dirt around and knows of a spot, let me know. I'm down to dig and make good supercross or outdoor motocross track for these things, and that'd be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah, I love it. I have been so excited about them.
Oh yeah.
Some people think it's a fad, but if you look over here, you can tell I just like motorcycles.
Oh yeah.
We're going to change the name of this to the JB RC and Moto Garage because I'm going to start doing a whole lot more stuff with motorcycles.
There we go.
I think.
Hell yeah.
But full size motorcycles. But this has excited me. I've got access to I work at a shop. I have access to anything from the nicest race truggies and buggies to the Bashers, X Maxes, Creightons, everything. This is the only one I've touched since the stuff has come out. I really have only been excited about this, so it's been a lot of fun.
I feel that. Yeah, once I got mine, I was kind of like, let everything else on the shelf just chill for a little bit. I mean, I still do the RC drifting and stuff like that, and messing around with little crawlers here and there. But like this little dirt bike, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I would say I need to practice. I have a good field out there. But I need to practice because you've got your cornering technique down.
Slow down earlier than
you need to slow, but still you don't have a working. You got to get one of my brakes if you can't get yours to work because
it's this piece that
having a brake when you hit the brakes it
dips down.
Yeah, and so you get some more bite, so that does help. But yeah, you're driving really well. I actually broke my brake the first day. So for like four weeks, I had no brake.
Yep. And
I drove it pretty well.
Yeah.
But now I have the brake on there. I do like it on there.
And you got the good brake on there too.
And I've got a good Vitavon. Let me tell you guys, you remember last week that the Vitavon, the first one I got did not fit correctly. But now they sent me a second one free of charge, so thank you, Vitavon. If anybody has ordered a Vitavon and you have that problem where you're filing down your pads to make it fit, or you're using the stock pads, I know that's one way to fix it, but why don't you contact them? I don't mean to make them send out 100 more, but say, hey, this thing doesn't fit, because I've got one now and it does fit and it grabs hard and I barely have it adjusted to grab.
Oh yeah.
And I have the other one here still, which I did that modification with the small pads, and it'll work great too.
I do have to ask, is it one small pad and the Vitavon pad on the other side, or is it both small?
I think it's one small and one Vitavon.
Okay, cool.
I think that's how I did it.
Literally a few millimeters off.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Yeah. I don't remember. I think I might have checked. It might have been as little as like 2 or 3 millimeters.
Oh, wow.
I think I tried to measure it with the micrometer on last week's show, and it might have been just a few millimeters.
So did it not spin when it had the Vitavon pads in there?
Nope, it was not like you could spin it by hand. You had to push it. There was, this still has some drag, but it's,
My question is, if the people already have the V1, can they just drive it to wear it out until it's good?
You probably
break-in period.
Nah, that's bad.
Okay.
It would be like your brakes on all the time.
Oh, let me give my buddy a shout out. Richard Johnson is in the house. What's up, bud? How you doing?
You got a Richard Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Very cool.
And also, Trinidad is saying his backyard is no longer grassy because of the drought. So let's make a track. Backyard tracks.
I think dead grass and dirt is the best, because the thick grass is just, it kind of drags them down.
Yeah.
So I like really short grass or dead grass, which we have a lot of. That field we were on is pretty much dead grass.
It was pretty good, yeah. It was good. There was a couple deep spots. I kind of grabbed the sidebars, but that's all right.
Yeah.
What I did sneak onto was one of the high school's AstroTurf tracks.
I wanted to do that, and I didn't know where to. Let's go and sneak on, because I was like, if we had a turf situation, it would be like, I don't know, limitless traction, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, we need to go and do that. I've thought about where to sneak on around here.
Sidebars do not dig.
Yeah, that's going to be great. We'll go and do that. Maybe we'll do a live stream from it someday. That'd be awesome. Well, if we got to sneak on the field,
we just won't. There we go.
Well, yeah. And if you guys have any questions, let us know. What did I have planned?
I have a few things we can show off. If you want to start.
Why don't you? Yeah, do a guest show and tell.
All right.
So I'm gonna I'll move this out of the way and
Oh, he's out.
you take this.
What should I start out with? The mini?
Sure, for sure.
Start with the mini.
I'll just let you have the screen. I'm gonna step off screen for a second. I'll be right back.
Well, before you go, do you know millions of viewers? Is it Muse or Mius?
I don't know.
Viewers online, if you can.
We got some pretty smart guys watching this show, guys and gals. They might know the name of it. I would say Muse.
Muse, right?
Muse.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We'll see.
And that feels, that feels like a real truck. This is my first time seeing this, guys.
It's too much.
That's pretty substantial. It's a substantial truck. I'll let you go ahead and take on. I'll be right back.
Oh man, all right. I'll even turn it on for the people.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I got myself the Traxxas TRX 4M originally, and switched it over to get over on some like small rock setups, stuff like that. Let's see. So if you guys know about the combo, everything good to go. Bolts right up to the transmission, easy, simple, and it's incredible wheel speed and control. It's pretty wild. I even set up like a little, how'd you say that? Cruise control mode, I should say. To crawl up super gnarly objects. Other than that, yeah. Let's see if it'll go at that. There we go. Cruise control engaged. Not even touching the trigger. So yeah. Fun little truck. Does really good on just like walk path roads. Over at, if you're local to Southern California in the LA area, over in Torrance, there's a little park called Columbia Park. It's really fun. Got a bunch of good rocks around the area to kind of crawl upon and mess around with little crawlers. Bring 10th scales. See a couple people out there with like 12th scales, stuff like that. And yeah, Richard's saying there's a turf field in Pedro. They'll drop me a pin, so we'll know about that later on. So that's a good idea. But back to the little mini crawler. Yeah, full metal links, the high clearance links from Injora. It's got, I believe, Trial axle or Trial drive shafts. Full Injora axles, all brass. The kit, this is actually the first kit that came out. They have a carbon fiber infused kit, and they have also an aluminum kit that just dropped out right now. And this is version number 1. It's all 3D printed, so I gotta kind of be careful with it. If it rolls over, it might break the cage, and if that happens, SOL. But whatever. It's an RC car. It's built to drive and built to break, and you rebuild it from there, right? So if that happens, I might go the aluminum route. But until then,
So that was a 3D printed.
yeah, this is a full 3D printed chassis, cage, body panels, everything.
Where does it come from, or did you print it?
I did not print it myself. I don't have access to a 3D printer. I wish, but I believe. Don't quote me on this, YouTube, but Muse, it started out as an Etsy company and then kind of blew up from there, and now they have their own full website and everything as well. Don't quote me on that. I'm not too sure. Yeah. And then wheel setup. You guys might, if you guys are all into crawlers, you might be interested in my tire and foam setup. So I went with the cheap Injora tires that kind of look like, I don't know, what would you call those, all-terrains or like mud terrain tires from like BFG, I would say. And
Yeah. Yeah, something like that for sure.
And then the foams I got in there are the Flub RC. I think they're 3D printed as well, but super soft material. Crazy, insane sidewall strength.
Oh, this feels nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this truck is going to probably put a hurting on the little crawler course over here. You've never done the crawler course,
Oh, yeah.
but I think you'll probably do just fine.
Get the timing down.
Yeah, very, very nice.
I do have to move those rear links a little bit up for the shock position because I noticed last time I took it out, it's a little, wants to loop back on some things, so might have to change that up. Yeah, feel the throttle. It's insanely smooth. Full metal
There you
gear kit
go.
in there. There we go.
Very nice. Yeah, this is nice. You said this started as a TRX 4M?
Yeah, originally a TRX 4M. And I think the only thing that
Man,
is left is...
it looks a whole lot nicer than that right
Yeah.
now.
I think the only thing that's left from TRX4M is the battery. Pretty
So, man, the TRX4M sold pretty well when it first came out, but
sure. Oh, yeah.
it's not, its sales have somewhat slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people have put the work into it like this that I've seen. More people build SCX 24s,
Yep.
and I don't think everybody switched over like I thought they would.
Yep.
Or maybe some did. You know, a lot did. But
there's a whole fan base on those things, but I don't know. I had an SCX 24 for the longest time, and it was fun. There's endless modifications you can do for that. Oh, yeah. I think it's super fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just went with the TRX4M and saw that there were some parts coming out for it. And I was like, I wonder what can happen with this. And it snowballed from there and turned into this little thing. I call it a non-slip. As you can see, I got a buddy of mine printed me a little holder for it.
Oh,
the
right.
name non-slip on there. Good little showcase thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what's funny, now that I see this, I remember you have a you have another small car, the Latrax,
Oh, yeah.
that you built to the hilt.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't bring that today.
No,
This
I
is
should've.
this is the funniest thing.
I
So
should've.
if you guys don't know what a Latrax is, it's kind of the beginner version of a Traxxas.
Yeah, the bargain brand Traxxas.
It's a lower cost. They're about $150 or so.
Yep.
And they're
They have 3 versions.
16th scale, I think.
Yep.
16th or 18th. 16th scale, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
You got a short course truck, right?
Yep. Got the pre-runner, and I have the rally as well.
Okay. So that car, it's good. It's kind of quick stock. It's kind of quick.
It's fun.
I tell people, don't really bash it too much. Don't go outside really in the soft dirt.
Yeah.
Dust, because it'll get
Eat
dust
bearings
inside of
alive.
everywhere.
Yep, exactly.
So one day I show up at the local track. This guy's got a Latrax ripping around this 8th scale track, just ripping around it. I was like, what the hell's going on in here? You can see the glint, I think, of a green mamba underneath there. As it blasted by, just roosted me, hit me in the eye with a roost. I was filming out there. I couldn't believe how fast this silly thing was. Tell him about that one. I wish you'd have brought that.
I know, I should have brought the pre-runner. So, your eyes deceived you. It wasn't a Mamba, actually. It was the Dynamite 2-in-1.
Oh,
yes. The cheap power. But, yeah, I put the Dynamite 2-in-1 in there and use a little 2-cell, I think like 1600, I don't know, 50C battery. And it's all about the shock position, man. Shock position all the way out on the bottom, all the way in on the front.
Did you have to upgrade your differentials?
Oh, yeah, I have the metal differentials in there, yeah. They went out the first day, pretty much, yeah. Anytime you upgrade the power, that's plastic diffs do not hold up on those things. But they make little cast iron differentials.
Yeah.
A little rack and pinion, that's or not rack and pinion, but, you know, or it is rack and pinion.
That's cool. Man, that's funny.
Yeah.
That little thing. All right, so let's see. Yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's about 9:30 here.
Oh, yeah. How many people we got in here? 7 people.
Yeah. Appreciate you. It's a little bit slower tonight. I don't know if it's my fault for starting so late, but, you know, it happens. What else did you bring with you tonight? Let's check it out.
More show and tell. Here we go. All right, so I was kind of hitting on the 6 cup earlier, right? Kind of telling the crowd, the audience, that I have something with 6 cups on it. Let me make sure. It is 6 cups. So let us see. See if the internet world has gotten a hold of anybody with a paddle tire for the Promoto yet. I almost gave it away when the walk-up came in. But yeah, I found a shop on Etsy printing paddle tires for the Promoto. And he has 2 different options. He's got a 6 paddle and an 8 paddle. I heard the 8 paddle is a little too much juice drawn and kind of overheats the battery and stuff like that. Or motors and stuff like that. But the 6 paddle, I've ran it about 6 times and it rips. It has a lot of traction. It is awesome. I'm breaking wheels over.
Wait a second. Did you run it unglued?
Yeah.
And
unscrewed.
Unscrewed.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I would suggest screwing your rims together. I did not. did not realize it did not have screws.
This
but
feels interesting. So the inside
it's full fill, is what he said.
It's solid. Look, it looks solid. When I squeeze it, it feels like it's got a crunchy material in it.
Rubber.
Though. But it feels like it crunches in. You can hear it, and then pops back.
Yeah, I don't know what it's made out of. I'm sure if I look up on Etsy, if you type in LOSI PROMOTO on Etsy, you will see that this tire comes up in about the 4th post. It's got a lot more information on there, and yeah, but that's where I got it. It was about $30, pretty cheap.
You like it working on low grass or dirt?
I haven't actually used it on dirt.
Sand?
I've only used it on sand, yeah. So use the paddle for its intended use.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's fun. Pretty crazy design, concept worthy, or it's a good concept, worthy of trying it out.
So you ordered it? Was it in pretty quick after ordering?
Yeah, about a week. Took about a week. I think he's located in Connecticut or somewhere like that.
Yeah, nice.
Oh yeah, pretty wild design. Hasn't even like worn out the cups yet, so
yeah,
that's pretty cool. But one thing I have noticed while driving or riding, I don't know how you say it, on the bikes, little side posts dig into the sand and it stops when you turn. So I'm either gonna make a skid or come up with some kind of concept for a skid on the side, like a ski, kind of like a snowmobile, to kind of glide over the sand and see if that works. Or I haven't tried it without the side skids yet, or the side bars yet, so try that first and then come up with some kind of skid or something like that.
Yeah, something will have to happen, because right now I think for it to work in the sand, it'll work fine like doing drag races and stuff, but I think you have to stay on throttle. So this is just like real dirt bikes. You can't slow down and just turn in the sand. You're just gonna
Yep.
So that's exactly what this will do, or the front will wash out. You need to get on throttle and make a bigger carving type of thing in the sand.
Surprisingly, the front tire actually has a lot of grip in the sand. I was thinking I was going to need a shark fin, but it does pretty well.
That's cool. Yeah, these things are actually impressive. I'm very impressed with them.
I agree. They're awesome bikes.
Mine is still like basically all stock. I put some tires on it, but I haven't done any mods. We're all just driving pretty much stock machines.
Yeah, until it breaks, fix it.
Which is funny, because how often does everyone drive around a bunch of stock machines?
Right, honestly.
Mainly.
I did break 2 things on the bike so far, but I've been kind of...
Oh yeah, what have you busted on that thing?
The front crash
bring
plate,
the bike over.
Oh, the beater. I'm just kidding. This is probably the dirtiest Promoto that you guys will see online. Don't mind the missing part that we're going to modify in a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is my Promoto that takes a beating and keeps on running. It's pretty fun. I've ran, dude, like 50 packs or something at least. This is like my 3rd set of plastics that I've had for it.
Gosh.
Yeah, I just
wow. Because you're definitely not on your first set of gear, and this one is thrashed.
Yeah, this actually 2nd set of gear.
Second.
Not too bad. Yeah, I kind of wanted to conserve the Kawasaki one with Mitch Payton's name on there. It's pretty cool, but I didn't realize that they were going to come out with like replacement ones. So it is what it is. But I do have an extra set of the FXR gear, which is pretty cool. And,
which was this when you got it? A red one?
It was the Kawasaki.
The Cowie.
Yeah, it was the RTR, so it had battery.
Wait a second.
Charger.
That's strange. You got these, what, like in July 4th or somewhere around there?
Yeah, right after July 4th, yeah.
No one got Cowies at first.
I did. I was lucky.
Almost everybody that pre-ordered or anyone, Honda, Yamahas. Yep. No pre-orders got Cowies, but you didn't pre-order.
Nope.
A few went to some stores, but not.
Yep.
Most places did not get the Kawasaki.
Yeah, I think I was the last person to grab, because I believe the shop that I went to only had 2 of the Kawasaki's, and one of the workers there actually I think bought one of them, and I was like, "What's up with that one right there?" And he's like, "Well," and I was like, "Well, I have money," and he's like, "Okay, deal."
Yeah.
Sold it to me right out the door. It's probably about 6 something out the door after taxes and all that stuff. California kills you in taxes. Good, epic state, you know. But yeah, we're back into those the P words. But no, this thing has been awesome. But yeah, I got to modify the lower shock mount to fit the brake cable up inside of it, because Treel or T-Reel, however you say it, I believe it's called Treel.
I think it's Treel.
Treel.
I say T-Reel, but I think I'm incorrect.
Like T-plane. But not T-Reel. No, but they made an awesome CNC part. But if you guys can see this, let's see if I can get all close to this. This little piece right here, the brake cable is supposed to sit all the way down into there, have a little stop, and then the rest of the brake cable comes out right here. But the housing will not fit inside of there, if you guys can see how small that inlay is. So my modification for tonight, I'm going to be drilling this out a little bit so I can get this brake cable into there and have
Awesome.
a working front brake once again.
Well, why don't we start with the project? We can start messing around with this if you want.
Let's see.
And watch your phone. And if anybody out there in chat land has anything to say, we'd love to hear from you guys if you have any questions. And we'll just talk while we're trying to get this done.
Yeah, I'm all up for criticisms and
advice. Tell us what we're doing wrong also. Hopefully don't be too harsh.
Everything.
So I can tell you, man. So you don't have to put, it doesn't have, how deep do you think you have to drill this?
I'm going to go to about 2
Where's
or 3 millimeters from the bottom. Right over here.
No, where's the stock one?
The stock one.
The original one. That's just a brake.
Oh, the freaking, I don't have the stock one.
Okay.
But yeah, it has
I want to see how far it goes in on these.
It's got a little countersunk thing.
I know, but let's see how far it goes in there. Oh, pretty damn far.
It goes all the way to the bottom, like a little space on the bottom.
Yeah, that sucks.
So it's like any other endpoint for any cable or
you know, you ought to take a picture of this before you grind it.
Send it to Trill.
And yeah, send it and say what's the deal. But then yeah, still try to grind it.
Yeah.
This would look so good on this one, having the.
Oh yeah, the
having
aluminum on aluminum.
Yeah, that.
I just got to get myself a Vitavon front caliper and not have any of the brake issues that I have. But regardless, I got to drill this out and make that.
All right, man, make it happen.
Yeah,
because, let's see. Yeah. You want to try that, or you want to try a drill?
I would say an actual drill with the small bit that we have. Oh wait, you know what? This one might be the go-to size. You did throw that battery on the charger. Oh, you know what? That's it, dude. I can almost hand drill it.
Is it that soft? Oh wow, I can see that little metal flakes coming out.
Yeah, it's wild.
Okay.
Whoever's on 4K right now can see these little dust particles as well.
That's funny. Let me get you a drill.
Yeah, honestly, let me see if this will work. Where do we set the drill? Battery is charged. My apologies for anybody wearing headphones right now. Headphone users, beware.
The 9:30 hour brought to you by Craftsman. Craftsman Drills. I had this when Sears was still in business.
Oh, damn.
Man, I love Sears. I used to have so much stuff from Craftsman.
Did you just date yourself right now?
Dude, it sucks. They went out of business well, they're still in business in some places.
That's true.
Now, kids, don't try this at home.
Yeah, don't ever drill towards your finger.
Yeah, don't drill towards your finger. We have you know, I have a vise here. You could probably put that in a vise.
Oh, use a nice little.
It's drilling nicely right now. Make sure you keep it. Yeah, that's straighter. You were a little off camera.
This is the perfect size for it, though, I believe.
This is great.
Got the safety
riveting TV here, guys.
Safety squints on as my wife is texting me.
Oh, safety squints.
Did I just give something away that I shouldn't have said online?
Oh, jeez.
Probably. Oops.
We can just edit that back out here.
Just that
the rebroadcast.
Oh, God. That's all right. My parents already know.
Anyway, this T-reel looks good to me. I like the way it looks. I don't like how you're having to drill it out, but
not that bad of a modification, actually.
Dude, it's going really well. That must be maybe it's some cheap ass aluminum, but I mean aluminum is it's just soft anyway. So this is cool.
About 3/4 of the way there.
Man, it's been a quiet chat tonight.
Yeah, chat, hit us up with some questions.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. If there's anyone out there, let us know what's going on in your life, how your RCs are doing, what's your next RC you want to get.
Oh, did we even touch base on my history at all? I don't know. Did I tell the chat where I'm from and what I do?
No, so we're going to talk. Not everybody that we come in, we really get into their personal life, but he has a personal, what he does for a living, kind of what he's been doing for the last 20, how many, 20 something years?
About 23
23 years. Does, to me, ties in with RCs and dirt bikes and stuff like that. So, you, about 23 years ago, picked up a BMX bike somehow.
Yes, sir.
Well, whatever happened, how'd it go, and where did it take you?
Oh man, so yeah, so to let the world of YouTube know, I ride BMX for a living. So yeah, I do stunts to get paid, pretty much. Done. Well, okay, so we'll start at the beginning. How I started riding BMX. I was I think kindergarten when I saw X Games on TV for the first time. Blew my mind. As soon as I got home from school, I saw X Games on ESPN, and I was like,
"Oh my gosh,
this
is
rad.
Great!" I remember the
rad.
first couple X Games
San Diego
came out. They're called the Extreme Games, I think, back then.
Or no, San Francisco. I think the first few.
Oh man, who was doing the flares and stuff? Like
that?
Oh
man,
it was so good. It was so good.
A lot of people.
Yeah. So that's made you think, okay, this is something I like.
Yeah.
You probably rode or saw bicycles a lot before, but never to that cool extent.
Never took it to where I was like actually jumping the bikes, but yeah, just got into jumping off of curbs and seeing how far I can take jumping my bike into the air, and lo and behold, 23 years later, I'm doing it for a career.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty wild.
So if anybody out there wants him as a show, he'll have some contact information later or something. We'll put in the description or whatever.
Yeah, I do a lot of school shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's currently doing shows at schools and local, well, wherever actually.
Yeah, pretty much all over California right now. My schedule is getting pretty busy, so.
But that's cool. So, when did you start thinking you were good enough to compete, or did you just decide to try it, whether you were good or not, or how did that work?
So I was like riding bikes, like pretty much. Today I'm 33 now, but like riding bikes around with the friends, and went to a bunch of skate parks, and then started getting a little bit better riding ramps and stuff like that, and then. A couple friends of mine were like, there's a BMX contest, like freestyle contest. How do you think you would do riding those? And I was like, I have no idea. I never thought that there was contests and stuff like that. Besides,
so you're just having fun. You're not even thinking about the pro aspect.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to take anything serious. I was just enjoying riding a bike, man. It's fun. Okay. Like jumping as far as you can, seeing how far you can go.
Will this help to have this?
Nah.
On your okay.
I'm a hands-on dude.
So you enter a contest.
Yeah, first contest I entered was down in San Diego at the Claremont YMCA. It was called the Local Exposure Tour, which was a tour going around in like mid 2000s, like 2006 era. They were going to different like local skate parks around the area and trying to find like good riders to put on this tour called the Local Exposure Tour, where they go around and find like local riders and
get them some exposure.
Yep, exactly.
Very
and kind of go from there, and then do a little finals at the end, and whoever does the best, I guess, gets paid out, and then gets a little opportunity to go a little bit better along their career. And then yeah, kind of piqued an interest in riding competitions and never looked back from there. I started riding contests probably when I was like 16, 17 years old, and did those for about 10 years. Did this contest series called the oh man, see, I'm having a brain fart. Not the Dew Tour, but it was right before Gatorade Free Flow Tour. It was the amateur tour from the Mountain Dew Tour. And if you did well in that, say you did like top 3, you get to go out a stop in Ocean City, Maryland, and ride the actual Dew Tour like park. And lo and behold, did 5 stops and got 3rd overall. And I was like, holy crap, freaking, we're going to freaking Ocean City, Maryland. Rode that contest and fell on both runs, and yeah, other little life lessons of don't go too hard on your first runs, and yeah. But yeah, that kind of got me into the door of like people recognizing my name and stuff like that, and got me opportunities to work with a few companies, make some video parts, and yeah, just go from there. Enjoy it.
Man, that's great.
Yeah.
Very cool. Unique. It's something that a lot of people, you know, as kids would like to think, man, this would be fun.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be a racer.
Oh yeah.
But you know, very few people get to pull it off, and so you were able to do it. So
Gotta have that
great.
drive, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I had like doubters my entire way, but that's only more motivation to try better, honestly. Like, if you got people hating you, just use it as motivation to do better and prove them wrong.
Heck yeah, I love it. How is this coming along? Does it seem to be, is it big enough or is it not big enough?
As she would say, you got to mill it out a little bit more, but yeah, you just got to
Like,
get.
do you want to go in another size on the drill bits?
Possibly, but I don't think you got to step up a little. Actually, yeah, you do. It's right behind me.
Why?
Give me a few seconds.
Let's see. That's pretty big.
I just got to go a little bit bigger because this cable is a weird size. I don't know exactly what size it is, but I heard people are doing like shrink wrap around the cable to make sure it doesn't like do a little weird kink if you got it like bound up too tight.
Yes, I've also
Heard that.
I've heard antenna tube. People are putting an antenna tube, just sliding the antenna tube down it.
Yep.
Which makes a good idea, I think, because I've already ruined one cable.
Yep, same.
And this cable's kind of getting kinked and ruined.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one thing we'll talk about is parts. What parts? Well, let's say I'm going to name a part I think you definitely should stock up on. Everyone should get rear tires of whatever you can get.
Yep.
Whole shots or Dunlops.
You can also make your own with Badlands if you would like.
Well, I don't want to.
It's really not that hard. I did it with one set of, or a tire, I should say, and I used an old high rack tire, and not that bad. It worked pretty well, but it wore out really quick because it was the Predator compound.
Yeah,
but
too much work for me. Too much work for too little.
It's a hobby, right?
Yeah. Don't have a lot of time sometimes.
Yeah, sure, I feel that.
Sometimes I just need it to work when I buy it.
Very true. All right, this one's definitely gonna do it.
But tires is a thing. I would get brake cables. I would probably either get a spare plastic brake from LOSI at $20 or invest in a better brake because this will go eventually. Yes. The plastic one will break. So either I've been happy so far now that they sent me a second one. I think it works great. Bit of on. Or have a spare if you want to have a working real brake. You can get away with not having a brake on it. As I proved for the first 4 weeks, as you had no rear brake even now, and you were beating me.
Yeah, or the front brakes, yeah.
Beating me at the damn track, so that was tough.
Stay on it. All right, I'm sorry, chat, that I'm going to be loud for about 20 seconds here. Bear with me.
Now, this looks like it could really be a
dangerous act right now?
Yes. We've went 2 days without an accident here in the RC garage. I'd like to make it to 3.
I live life on the edge. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you are. I mean, a BMX, you know, not the worst thing that could probably happen. Yeah. What's funny is I was working on an RC18, an old me RC18,
hell yeah,
and doing basically the exact same thing you're doing, but to a different part. And I think the bit might have broke or slipped, and it went about half an inch into my finger.
Oh my goodness.
So that sucked.
Yeah, that would not feel good. All right, we're almost there though.
So KIB29-0. He's chilling after root canal. Drugs are just kicking in. Okay, so that's why he's probably being pretty quiet tonight. I don't blame you, bud. Yeah, just chill.
Don't worry, pain's the worst after the second day, and you're good after that.
And we got these old flapping lips. He's back. Glad to have you back, buddy.
What's up, flapping?
Not sure if you've been here all show or not. It's my friend Mitch. He is a local BMX athlete and also an RC dude. So
metal shavings all over him.
Fun stuff.
So I can't have nice things. All right, so
yeah, this is good. This is some custom work we got going on over here.
Yeah, for those just tuning in, I got a Trial lower axle mount for the front of the Promoto, and the brake housing, or the brake cable housing, I should say, was just a little too thin to have a cable go in it. Oh, would you look at that?
Oh, look at that. Looks like it was made to fit.
Oh, would you look at that, good old Ed Bassmaster?
What,
Would you look at
would
that?
you just look at? Would you look at it?
Would you look at it?
Just look. Just look at. Just look at it.
Chat, look at it. Look at it. No, but yeah, that might work. So I got it milled out just enough.
Perfect. That looks good.
Hell yeah. That's about the same spacing as the stock one, right? Yeah, we're good. Sweet. Let's see if I can get my caliper on there. Oh.
Now let me see this caliper.
Yeah,
though.
good luck.
If it's not, if this spring is screwed up though.
Yeah, maybe we should
put
that
this
on
correctly. Let's pull this spring off of here.
Let me see.
Do you have
I do. 1.5?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, I also have the brake pads and spring and everything as well. Took those off because I did not need them. Oh wait, that goes.
So yeah, thanks for coming in, this old flapping lips.
That's a Trail Hobby caliper? No, it's not the front caliper. It is.
It's the lower brake. I'm sorry, it's the lower fork
Axle mount for the
yeah.
front wheel.
Oh my God, something happened here. Jesus.
Chad doesn't need to know.
Sorry, yeah. You know what? Let's do this right, because this of doing this. I use this. Back it out.
I sanded it off.
It's so gross though.
Did you put grease on yours? Or
I think I might have. I think
Okay.
me and these old flapping lips talked about it. I don't remember if I put grease on it or not, to tell you the truth. But I remember we were talking about it in chat. This thing is.
it's kind of grimy.
It is.
How much you want for the other caliper?
It cost $20, so you know.
Give you $20 for it. I just gotta clean this thing up.
Yeah, I mean, you could just clean it probably.
That person just buys it instead of cleaning it. It's definitely me.
But if you want to do this, just throw this one on and you can just pay me whenever. It's brand new.
You got pads in there?
It's fucking perfect. Ready to go, pads and everything.
You're good.
Just
Adjust where I need it.
it's probably about where it should be. But
Well, here. I'm gonna put this thing back on so I can start my
yeah, this way you'll start fresh with a, one that we know is working well, and you can rebuild this one.
Exactly, yeah.
Because I've got a couple of spares as it is anyway for
Okay.
my own in case I need one.
Sweet. So need that, and also.
All right.
Oh.
What do we got going over here?
Parts
What's the
and
next
screws.
set? All right.
All right, back on subject. Subjects. Let's see.
You know, if it'd make it easier, I have this.
the magnet mounts.
No, just this. We could just put it on this.
Oh, that'll work.
Just works better. It's easier to work on.
Yeah, less stuff rolling around.
Like that.
All right. Boom. Voila. Look at that. Less rolling. You just throw screws. Oh. All right. So we're gonna see if this thing goes back on nice and smoothly. James lost something.
Oh, something fell off of this. What was there?
The centerpiece.
Centerpiece. All right. I'll have to find it. We'll deal with that later.
All right. See you.
I'm gonna grab the other chair. This is a squeaky chair.
Oh yeah, another modification that I did, if you guys can see, there's a little spring right here. If you guys are a part of those Facebook groups, probably telling you little hints and tricks to make the recoil for the spring on the caliper a little bit better on the stock caliper. Throw a ballpoint pen spring from a clicker, or whatever clicker pen, right at the top in between the end of the cable and the top of the arm where your cable goes into, and yeah, it gives you a little bit more recoil to spring back the caliper.
I didn't have much luck with that mod. I tried it,
It's been doing
and it
me
seemed like it would not stay here. Like it'll slide off. But maybe that was just the way I had it. So I have.
Yeah, every time I use it, it stayed on for me. So I don't know. Everybody's got different experiences with it, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So once I get this thing back on, I will put the wheel back on and see if my brake.
If there's anyone out there, remember I put up some stuff for sale last week. So basically, if anybody wants a 4S Creighton, either version 1 or 2, a fire team that barely has like a battery ran through it, a 6S Notorious, 6S Creighton, or maybe even a Techno Buggy or Truggy.
Ooh, don't sell the Techno. I still want to smoke you out. I'll need
all of that might be for sale. Pretty much anything I have is for sale because, and along with the SCX 24s and my Mini Zs, I got 4 Mini Zs, 2 brushed and 2 brushless. Message me or something, and we'll talk about whatever you guys might be interested in. Because not that I don't like any of my RCs, I like them all, but I have too much, and I need to clear it out to make way for some different stuff coming in, hopefully.
Oh, that is not the right location. I can see. I need to move this over a little bit. Give it a little bit more throw. Yeah. Just gonna try to not lose the spring because I apparently don't know how the spring goes on correctly.
Here, put it up here.
Hold on.
It's easier to see.
Oh yeah, we're all, like totally off screen as well. Forget we're live streaming.
Yeah.
All right, so
what are we trying to do here?
I'm just trying to adjust this to where I have more
throw.
Yep, more piston movement. So I'm gonna do this delicately.
I would put the. It's just my idea. I would put the wheel in there first because you want to screw that piston down.
Oh yeah.
To where it's almost.
It came off.
You know, right before it starts dragging. Oh man, you got the.
Oh yeah.
You have some linkage, T-reel linkage.
I do, yes.
Yeah. Trill linkage.
Yes.
That looks pretty sharp, dude.
That's another part that I broke on it. Unfortunately, kind of jumped it a little too big and broke that linkage. But yeah, Trill makes a little aluminum part and it's got bearings instead of bushings.
That looks really, really good.
Yeah, I find it to be a lot more smooth on the stroke, as she would say. No, but nobody heard that. Don't worry. I don't have millions of viewers online.
No, not a whole lot. So Trinidad's indulging in some spirit drinks. You know what, buddy? I'm going to have a shot with you if you don't mind.
Oh, there we go. All right.
I think you're not drinking, right?
No, sir.
No,
I'm good.
all right.
Thank you, though. Appreciate
yeah, no
that.
problem. Nobody here?
I got to drive back.
Yeah. Always appreciate some smart decision making.
Oh, yeah.
I don't drive anywhere after this. I'm just walking back up to the apartment.
Perfect. Yeah, I got a lovely wife I would love to get home to.
For sure.
She's pretty cool. Oh, there's another bomb drop again. I did it again.
There you go.
Shit. Shoot. You guys didn't hear nothing.
All right, guys. To you guys out there, thank you so much for tuning in.
Salute.
Thank you for being on the show tonight, Mitch.
Absolutely.
Good to have you in.
Nothing but good times, guys.
Hang on.
Oh,
so if you pull that off,
I saw the spring come off, but
I've messed with this like 100 times, so I think I'm starting to figure some shit out.
Oh, so you can tighten it up.
So I would do this. Yeah. With this thing, see how it's like dragging now? It's too tight.
Okay.
So
back
it off just a little bit to where it's pretty smooth.
Eighth return. And
then from there, you want this to be on
the normal
down
spot.
As far down as it can be.
Right.
And so
'Cause I have the throw all the way out right now.
Yeah, so that way, you know, it'll pull as far as possible.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's basically the trick, is to get it tight and then just back it off a little bit.
Gotcha. Throw a little disc guard on there. It breaks within like a second.
But
Or comes off.
and then this is a pain. This spring's a little pain in the butt,
Yeah.
truthfully.
Honestly.
All right, just leave it like that. See how it
okay,
tucks
yeah,
behind that?
Gotcha.
And this you can deal with after the installation.
Yeah, gotcha. So I've been running that.
Try to find it's kind of like installing a servo horn or something on there.
I've been running this little spring thing backwards this entire time.
Yeah, the first time I did it, it took me a while to look at it to figure out how to make it work. So you're moving, and then if you is it dragging a little, or
let me go one more tooth out. Oh, later. Oh, don't mind the old man noises. I'm only 33.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I'm so bad at that.
Yeah, my body's hating me right now.
When I was never a professional BMXer, but I did skateboard for 15, 20 years.
You put your body through some.
And rode a lot of motocross, and between those two things, I just beat the crap out of myself.
Oh yeah, I feel that. I'm dealing
my lower
with
back, my knees, my ankles are just messed.
Oh yeah.
But I don't stop. Like, I love doing it. It's just too great.
Exactly. I got the same mindset. Oh, did I mess it up? I did. Son of a biscuit. All right, rebate one more time.
So preload that spring with the arm, as he mentioned above. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So use Carolyn's in my coffee, a shot give or take per cup, and I drink up to. Oh my gosh. Are you telling me, these old flapping lips, that you drink up to 2 pots of coffee in a day?
Drink a bunch of water with that. Colin might be hating you.
I couldn't, man, I couldn't do that. I drink like 1/2. I have a cup of coffee in the morning, but sometimes I don't get through it. Sometimes I'll have 2 cups. But truthfully, in the last 6 months, I had to switch to decaf, which is so weird because I drank for the caffeine to wake me up. And I got to the point where it was making me just too jittery and I couldn't really relax.
Damn.
Well, see, that you don't even have to put that spring can go on like after all of it else is done.
Oh.
But this, make sure this.
Oh, I'm just going to push it up and it'll go in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it pretty smooth? Awesome. Awesome.
She rolls.
So coffee is flavored. A pot and a few cups.
Wow.
Jeez.
Flavored hitter.
That's pretty tough, dude. At least 1 pot and up to 2. Good for you, man. My grandpa was always drinking coffee. I work with some guys that always was drinking it. I can't. It's too... You're actually drinking coffee right now, aren't you?
I'm drinking espresso, actually. So I got a nice little espresso machine at home. And, yeah, I save my wife hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month from going to Starbucks, and I'll just make her coffee. She's never had this good a coffee in her life, is what she said. You see, it's meant to be. Okay, you're right about that piece moving forward.
See, that's the problem I had with it. I don't think it's necessary unless it gets icky, sticky. But like, you would have to make a groove or something here for this to fit down into. I don't know if any of you guys, let me turn it towards the camera a little. So right here, and I've seen it on all the forums as well, and I tried it. I don't have luck with it staying. Like, when you move it up, you see it just pushes, it kind of deforms. I cut 1 in half to see if making it shorter helped, and it didn't help. It still just floats. So I think if we had a way to affix it here, you know, where it stayed, then for sure, you got it. Then you got an idea, and it might be something as simple as using glue. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly.
But right now, dude, it's grabbing. It's not the tightest grab though.
Yeah.
I might actually adjust it a little tighter.
Okay.
Just
that's what I usually do.
You know,
I'll go 1 tooth up.
So I got to ride with my Vitavon drive it with Vidavon this week for the first time. It grabs better.
Stoppies.
I was kind of getting some stoppies when I was stopping in grass.
Yes.
On dirt, you don't notice it because the front just locks up and it slides, but I was getting some good stopping power out of that front brake, and I didn't even have it adjusted to the max. I just had it adjusted to where it grabbed pretty hard. Hey, see if you can scoot this way.
Oh, my
for the
scooter.
camera.
Oh, hello, people. Sorry.
Turning his back on the
How's that left shoulder
Come on,
look?
respect these guys.
How's that left shoulder looking over there? About to kill my battery. Listen to this chat. On the Facebook, my pal is Tommy Lee or Timothy Lee Locke. Tim Locke and Levi Luther, admin of the Quarter Scale LOSI PROMOTO MX group. Oh, what's up, dude?
On Facebook, my accounts are Tim Locke, and you're admin of the.
Yeah, he added me a while ago.
That's awesome. Admin of the Fourth Scale.
Sweet.
I think I'm in that group as well. I hope I am. If I'm not, I will get in there.
Yeah, I'll try to.
I think I'm in 3 or 4 LOSI PROMOTO groups on Facebook. I don't have a lot of time. I usually check Facebook in the morning when I'm drinking my coffee, guys. I wake up in the morning and I try to look for a few minutes. And about all I look at is, well,
LOSI PROMOTO page.
Yeah, some Promoto stuff right now. But I haven't had a chance to do it that much. But that's great, dude.
That's awesome.
That's your group. Okay. Well, I will make sure I log. If I'm not in it, I am in there. I know I'm in LOSI PROMOTO owners. I think I am in that group. That's cool. Very cool.
Do we have any RC drifters out there?
Yeah, anybody got drift on their mind?
Yeah.
Anyone do drifting or
flying, anything? Ask me some questions.
Yeah, let's hear about it. So I want to get out my plane at some point. I bought that way back about 1.5 years, 2 years ago.
Oh man.
Because the Champ was making all kinds of racket.
Oh no.
Yep. And I said, well, this Champ is not going to last much longer. And this was during like whenever I was just staying home. I think during fucking COVID
peak
shutdown
COVID
or
bullshit.
something. Yeah.
Yep.
So I was like, I better get another plane. And so I got the Turbo Timber.
Oh, sweet.
And
UMX one.
I never. The funny thing is, the Champ just keeps on going. And it quieted it up. That thing, I've had it for over 10 years.
Oh, man.
I used to do so many loops with it that the wings would eventually fold.
Yes.
And it just fall out of the sky very quickly once the wing folds. I replaced the wing a few times on that one.
Oh, yeah. All right, you know what? Let me see one thing real quick. See if this brake works. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't.
I got to admit, that piece looks nice. Did you do a weight comparison?
I did not. I do not have I
don't
have my drug dealer scale on me.
I have my drug dealer scale, but it's too late. Oh, my God, that's some stiff suspension.
Stock?
That's way stiffer than mine.
It's stock.
Remember? Because
No,
you said, you got the soft socks.
Maybe there might be bent. Because I've been jumping the heck out of this.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, check to see what's going on. But I do want to compare suspension.
It honestly might be bent, but that's okay. That's what they're built for, right? They're built to.
Hell yeah.
Abuse.
Crash and bash them, man. Have fun with them.
Oh, chat. FYI, Electron Pro 8000 milliamp 100C batteries will fit up to 9,000. I believe a Huvu is the biggest one that I've seen fit in there. Yeah, yours is just way smoother. How many battery packs do you think you have on that thing?
25 to 30, somewhere in there.
Probably about the same ballpark as you.
I think you've had more.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure. But my forks do feel softer. Yours feel notchy.
So they might
we'll try it. We'll check them later. Anyway, but how's this thing working? Is this working?
Yeah, well, I need to turn it on real quick.
All right, let's check it out. See what's up.
Don't mind the fan noises. Said don't mind the fan noises.
Jeez, it started sounding like that after I put that block pass on you this week.
Chewbacca's in here. There he goes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Chewbacca. Oh, well, helps if I have a little bit of travel on it, huh? It works. Let's see, a little bit of trim up under it.
Grab's pretty good. It spins really good, real good. But I'd make it grab harder. That's pretty good. It's decent. You know, here, you see what you think.
Yeah, that's good enough.
All right.
Have a little bit of wear on there, and then I feel it. It's on there. Yeah, it's a little thrashed, but it's all right.
I don't know how you were driving so fast with those forks out of whack.
On throttle.
All throttle. Front wheel was never on the ground.
Another little thing, little zip tie to protect the swing arm right there.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that right now.
Yep.
Because I'm actually starting to dig into the swing arm.
Same.
This is my second swing arm. I broke this piece off.
Yeah, I was going to just take it off. Like, what's the real need for that?
I don't know. It's cool to have it on there. It looks like it's kind of helping to keep it from grinding, but I don't know. Okay, so what do we got here?
The balance ready?
I got a cloners.
Oh, stop by the BMX track.
3 racing. So what's that? I've got a cloners, 3 racing, 5 RR. Datsun 620 pickup body in it.
Sweet.
I'm not sure what that is.
It's a drift car.
Okay.
Yep, got the rear-wheel drive, close 3 racing, 5 RRs.
Bro, and I just bought Mugen MBX 8Rs. Ooh!
Those are awesome.
That's nice. Really nice. Okay, Habib. Congratulations on your new Mugens. That's going to be awesome. Freaking awesome. And then just flapping lips.
All right, we're all good on that. Sweet.
So these old flapping lips is not much into the 4-wheel drive buggy or stadium truck rigs. What is it that you were saying? You do have a drifter though. Drifter, moto. I guess he likes moto.
Should I pull out my drift car?
Sure.
Let the world see.
Yeah. So he says these old flapping lips that he went by the local BMX track. We're running on RCs on the track, non-motorized. Oh.
Yeah, those
blue, blah blah blah.
Those track guys take that very, very seriously because they have like national races over there. I can kind of side with the BMX guys, seeing as I am a BMX rider, but
where was this at?
It's probably some BMX track over here. But another good idea, instead of a BMX track, we can go to one of those asphalt pump tracks.
Where the heck are they,
those. There's one over in Linwood. All right, so drift people. If you guys know what this is.
I didn't break my crash structure not running on the BMX track. Short video of the track he was not running on.
I like that.
Oh, that's freaking awesome,
I didn't
dude.
see anything,
I'll
man.
check that out after the show.
That's so
That
funny.
is funny.
I saw nothing.
Yeah, I got kicked off of 2 or 3 baseball fields so far. And they weren't like nice baseball fields or anything like that. It was just dusty, dirty fields.
Yep.
No one's even playing on them. So, whatever.
City rules, city laws.
It happens. All right, yeah, go ahead and tell some people what we got going on here. I'm going to give you some space here.
I have a way too done up RC car. I mean, people go way, way more than I do, but yeah, this started out as a Yokomo SD 1.0 and turned into Yokomo, Rhino, AccuVance, even a little bit of Team Associated on there with the sound box. So yeah, it is a fun rear-wheel drive drift car. Take it to Super G a lot. That place is really fun. I got a little downstairs parking garage that I put some concrete sealer on. Has a little good surface down there for some drifting. So if you guys are local to the Torrance area, want to get some doors, hit me up on my Instagram. It is at Mitch McKelvey. We'll throw those into the comment section down below for you later on so you guys can hit me up.
Awesome. That'd be great. So you have a place here.
Yes. My local training grounds.
You smoothed it out with
concrete sealant, and then I took a little like concrete stone sealer and knocked off some of the chunks.
Beautiful.
But yeah, this is my RC car. It is fun. Let's see if I can annoy some people tonight. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh. So yeah, there we go. Hold on.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. There we go. So yeah, got a little sound box in there. Crazy turning radius on
Wow.
it. But yeah, it's a fun little car. It gets down.
And what did this start as?
It was a
Yokomo?
SD 1.0, the LTS actually, the load transfer car. But yeah, turned into this little, it's a damn near competition rig. I actually did a competition over at Super G and made it to the top 32, so I'm pretty happy on that. That was pretty fun.
Oh, that's great.
Oh yeah. The video is a short video of the track. But yeah, this thing is a lot of fun. Yeah, let me know if you
Short
guys
vid,
are,
he wasn't. No, BMX track was in there in Linwood. The vid is only a short vid of the track.
but
None of
still.
him running. That would have been against the rules. Oh, okay.
But still. Are you going to attack the car?
And that's what the city is located in. Okay.
Oh, that's a light bulb.
Oh, wow. If you guys could only see. He came within centimeters of taking out the camera.
I took out the body though.
Now he took out the body instead.
Maggie Mouse. Oh, God.
Oh, we got a dog in here too. My buddy Spikey is down. Spike?
Spikey wants to eat him.
Yeah. We could. Let's go ahead and shop these shenanigans before Spike knocks down the camera,
You don't
or
want
you
that.
do, or something. Spiker, go to your bed, buddy. Come on, chill out in your bed.
He's ready to annihilate the $2,500 car.
That'd be great. Just what we need.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
leave it up here for a bit though. Just
Yeah.
turn it off and leave it up here for a bit. And take a look at this.
Yeah, it's got a little too much going on in there.
Man. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so it's got a bunch of the Shark, Rhino Shark. It's a Super G company that they started manufacturing drift parts. Pretty much the entire rear transmission, rear shock tower, lower arms is like the Rhino, and then front end is all Yokomo parts, Yokomo chassis. Got the Rev D servo and the Rev D Reebox gyro in there. Running with the Sanwa. What do I have? The Sanwa MTS. But I was gonna go for the full Futaba route, but like again, it's another expensive endeavor.
So let me ask you, in competitive drifting, so what would, I see you have a 10.5 turn motor in it.
Yep.
When you buy a drift car, just a cheap RTR drift car, like an HPI,
Yep.
they got brushed motors.
Yeah. Like the Sprint 4 or Sprint 2s and stuff like that.
These, obviously, it's a faster motor, but this doesn't really go that fast. It's brush. I mean, I don't think the speed's
brushless.
really the, yeah, speed's not really the main name of the game, I guess, but it's brushless and censored.
Yes.
So I guess that keeps it very smooth.
Very smooth. It has to be very smooth. Actually, the trick to rear-wheel drive drifting, if you guys know, that you guys do rear-wheel drive drifting, like the lower throttle is more control and it gives you more grip to get out of corners. You only really want to get on the throttle if you're trying to link a long corner or hold your speed around of a very, very long corner. But for the most part, you're barely on the throttle the most time.
Yeah.
Especially at like Super G or somewhere like track specific. They have like the
That's
ground made
slick
for it.
like
It's very
that.
slick. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
That is cool. That is cool. Yeah, this is an impressive looking car. It looks really nice.
Yep. Yeah, he's saying 13.5 for is usually, but like that's for more like smaller tracks like torquey motors. If
Okay.
you want like a lot of low end torque, you get 13.5. Get a little more up end or high end torque with the 10.5. I'm running 10.5 now because Super G has a lot of long sweepers and it has a very long straightaway right now. But if I go to a different track, I would throw a 13.5 in or just re-gear it. I can also mess with the tune on the ESC, mess with the throttle curve that way, mess with turbo boost, turbo punch. Like there's so many different variables and different tuning options.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I never really got into these too much, and especially not at all at this level.
Yeah, I went a little too deep with this one, but it's fun.
This is great. It looks really nice.
I got
Looks nice.
got an Instagram page for the RC drifting as well. If you guys want to follow that, it's
Yeah.
RC SoCal Drifting.
RC SoCal Drifting.
Yep.
I'll put that in here.
I believe, or hold on, SoCal RC Drifting. Hold on, let me double check on that. See,
All
I don't
right.
even know my own page name.
Well, we'll put it in chat whenever we get a chance to.
SoCal RC Drifting. There we go. IN, not ING. Yep, wheel speed is where it's at. Not car speed. That is very true. Yeah, it's pretty much on the competition wise. It's pretty much judged on the same criteria as like Formula Drift. So like distance wise on like gap of cars, how much angle you're going in, how much momentum you're going through a corner. You got wow factor. You got a bunch of different stuff. You know, just smoothness. Yeah, there's a lot involved.
Mm-hmm.
Just like any other.
Yeah,
RC
this is
discipline.
cool. Really cool. I've seen a bunch of them, but I haven't taken a lot of time to really check them out. I like how this looks so custom.
Yeah,
It's just so custom.
there's a lot of wires going on. Don't mind the
A little bit of
rat's
rat's
nest.
nest of wires up
Yeah.
here. You can clean that up if and when you get time.
Yeah, there's some covers on there, but this thing's kind of taking up a lot of weight, and
Mm-hmm.
I had to retune the suspension.
I was
too.
wondering that. I was like, so when you put this on, obviously it changed it a little bit.
Yeah,
Get
messing
some
my
weight
CG a
higher
little
up.
bit. Had to throw one level stiffer the springs on here, kind of even it out.
Yeah,
But I
it's
might just take
pretty
this off.
cool.
It's kind of just for
It's
fun.
fun,
right now.
but yeah, it could be if it's making it harder to control in a
It's just-
certain situation.
It's
you know.
fun because the like fun factor of it, but like when you're on the throttle listening to the motor sounds, you want to match the RPM to a real motor, so it doesn't really work.
It doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't really kind of hold its own. It's weird. More body with a higher CG. That is very true. Yeah, this thing started out as the LTS, so it had a completely different front end. Like the shock tower's up here, the knuckles were like up here. So like the body roll when you're pitching it into the corner, it like tipped over like a real car. It's like the load transfer system or whatever it's called. But fully switched that out because I was trying to keep up with the guys at the track, and that car looks really cool, but doesn't handle as well as you'd want it to like keep up with people. So this setup, in my opinion, it works for my driving style. It kind of works for what I want it to do. Kind of stay up on people, get as close as you can without hitting them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad I got notified. I don't think I told everyone. Horizon finally shipped my aluminum swing arm.
Sweet.
So I was gonna start taking this apart tonight if the show was slow, but we've had plenty to talk about. So that's gonna be the next project. Pulling this apart because I want to do the carbon fiber side plates and the
Nice.
swing arm at the same time because
That's gonna be on road, right? Strictly.
to start with. Yeah, most likely.
That's cool.
We'll see. I mean, once they start getting beat, who knows what
Yeah.
happens. But
Well, you got the right model for the supermoto. You got the DRZ. It's the most reliable.
yeah, man, it's awesome. I love that thing. I really enjoyed them. So, guys, it's getting a little bit late. It's almost 10:30. I don't know how
Wow.
much longer we're going to go on the show.
Yeah, my wife's definitely off work right now.
Yeah, we usually
She's dropping subtle hints. every
Yeah.
now and then.
we usually only go to about 10 or so, but we did get started late tonight. So, and it's been a good show. A-Main says around 6 for my pro circuit to come.
Nice. That'll be a good one. That's what I started out with. Was the
Lots of stuff is coming in. Wait, around what? 6? Oh, October 6th.
Oh yeah, A-Main is selling
Okay.
trail gear. He is
So
correct.
it's still a little bit ways off. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I actually got my
A-Main
trail
is
parts
also
for.
selling. Yeah, I saw that they're selling that stuff there.
Yeah, that's where I got mine. And then yeah, dude, I got them in 3 days. They came pretty quick. They're
I
from
like,
Chico,
I
so-
do, even though I work at a shop, I like A-Main, and when I have to order stuff, for one, they are a distributor,
Yep.
and our shop orders from A-Main. So I feel like I'm not really cheating.
Yeah, that's true.
If we don't have it, I'll get it from there. And in Northern California, I can get it in a couple days. You know, if I
Exactly.
order early in the morning, sometimes it's here the next day. So,
I've heard of people driving at the track or riding the supermotos at the track up there. So if we ever go up a trip up north, which actually used to live in San Francisco area over in Daly, Might have to go hit the track up in A-Main area. That'd be pretty fun. Rip the supermotos on an actual track.
That would be great.
Because like I said, I've been to El Nido with this thing a few times, probably like 5 or 6 times, and I've only got about 4 laps.
4 clean laps?
Yeah, 4 clean laps the entire time being there, and the other time I'm just running around grabbing another thing. But yeah, fun times. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, we got to get together, get some more people on the supermoto game, or not supermoto game, the promoto game.
So yeah, tell them when there was 7 of us, and I'm going to make a video. It won't be good, guys. Don't expect much, but it is so cool when you're standing behind the starting gate and you say go, and you see 7 of these little motorcycles take off, ripping towards the first corner.
It's fun.
And then I'm like, I'm holding on. I'm like, I'm going to get the whole shot. Even if I push wide, I still want to make sure I'm pretty close to the front.
Oh, yeah.
Because if someone gets a lead, it's not easy to pass. Because they're all about the same speed, roughly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can change the pinion gears and get a little bit more top end out of them, or you can lower it down and get a little bit more torque out of them. I kind of want to try that out and get a little bit more top speed if I go supermoto, because when I went to the parking lot over by whatever the airport is over here, Torrance Airfield, and yeah, I was ripping that, and seems like it maxes out really quickly. Needs a little bit more top end.
Excuse me, guys, coughing. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, somebody made a drop gate. Like
I did see the drop gate.
That is sick.
But all right, so I saw it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it about this? Maybe only about this big. I feel like when we take off, and
I got at least a foot gap.
Yeah, because the bikes get a little squirrely sometimes. All the time. We were starting probably 2 to 3 feet apart, right?
Yeah, and that was good.
You were to my left.
Yep.
I was here. Another guy was to my right.
Yep.
And we were all using the starting gates that all of these come with.
Yep. Even without the nails, it still worked out great.
Yeah, but guys, start bringing them. When I used to just drive by myself, I never brought them. And then the first time we got together, we were all just holding them to start them.
Yeah.
That was pretty lame. And I said, let's start bringing it. It was great.
Yeah,
everybody had them. Everyone could stick them down, and we were taking off. But I feel like I'd love backwards falling gates. That would be awesome.
That would be really cool.
If Wolf Tracks is on tonight, speaking of backwards falling gates, I don't know if Wolf Tracks RC is on. He used to be on a chat a lot. We are supposed to go to the Super Motocross Championships tomorrow at the LA Coliseum.
Nice.
I've got tickets. I know he got tickets. He got them from a place near me.
Oh, yeah, the Supercross, the World Championship thing is going
on.
Yep,
it's happening this weekend.
That's cool.
Oh, shit. What was I saying?
Talking about going to the track, going to the race, and drop gates.
Oh, I think it needs to be wider. Because if it's like this wide, man, I think they're gonna get together. You need a foot to 2 feet in between.
He's saying it's about 4 by 2. So probably 3 bikes at max in there. Maybe 2.
You can fit more in there, but I feel like there's gonna be a lot of tangle ups off the top. Right off the start.
Might make it more exciting. Make it like an actual start of a motocross race.
Yeah. And I'll make a video, guys. Watch for it. I can't. It's hard for me to get decent video while I'm driving.
I do have some GoPro clips of like GoPro mounted to the chest of the bike, and I was hitting some jumps over here at Wilson Park.
Oh, awesome.
And yeah, I'll probably try to upload those to YouTube later on tonight.
For sure. Do it, man.
Tack some promoter stuff in there.
How are you? You thinking about heading out pretty soon?
Yeah, probably cruise home, go get the ladies some meal or some food.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It's went a little bit later than we often do.
Yeah, we started late. It's all right.
But I appreciate you being here. Let me check what chat's saying here. Oh, Trinidad was leaving. I'm sorry. I didn't see that, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. All right. Yes, maybe 4 feet by 2. Okay. And then have you seen a LOSI Promoto track on YouTube? He's ripping on buggy track.
I have seen that, and it's awesome.
I think
that's what I want to do.
Where did I see that? I did see. Do we know what track it was? I saw one that was a pretty flowy track, and he was doing really good.
Pretty wide too.
Yeah, it looked fairly large. They had 3 bikes with There was one where the guy with the leader was hitting the double, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There was a double in the middle of the track he was hitting, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it looks great. I think it's only, we're going to get there.
Yeah. I kind of want to build like a smaller kind of mellow track with like 2 or 3 berms.
But still, yes,
jumps.
with some berms and
Yep.
some jumps. We
Yep.
don't, it can't be a full-on supercross.
We don't need whoops
because we
and all that
can't
stuff.
be landing jumps, rhythm section,
Yeah.
doing a second jump, because sometimes you need to jump and then you need to slow down to turn and stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
give it about a year and we might have a little more control.
Yeah, we might be there.
Like I was kind of keying in or chiming in on the chat last week and like saying we got to be able to get a hold of the ASX 3X or whatever 6
The
access thing.
Yeah,
and,
that and tune it down some.
yes, just a bit, because I've noticed, like I say, I do BMX shows, so I took first day I had the Promoto, I jumped the show ramp with it, and going up the transition of the ramp, it cuts out power no matter what mode you're in. So I had to get all my momentum before, and it barely gave it enough throttle to like blah, off
So
the
this
lip.
is like a 9 foot,
The takeoff is probably
Well, it's-
6 foot,
but
the
it's a
transition-
vertical.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
vertical,
So and by the time you would get about here or
it's
so,
cutting power,
it's
but it was
it-
coasting.
because it thinks it's going to keep you from flipping over.
Yes,
But that doesn't allow you to go off a steep
power
jump.
up. Yeah, it just needs power at this angle, not
Maybe
this
a
angle.
fourth mode where it just doesn't cut off,
True.
where you just let the driver truly be the one that.
Yes.
Hey, if he flips it, you flip it.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're good enough to control it, you've got that
because
control.
in mode 1, dirt mode on the street, it will flip over to its
Yes,
back.
if you're not careful, it'll catch up quick.
But, yeah, but it still cuts out if you're at a slow angle to
Mhm.
it. It makes no sense. But I guess it makes sense because they did a bunch of.
We
R&D
need to
on it.
tune it down some, though. I would love to see a tune down, or why just make a fourth mode?
Yep,
Put it on like 30%. Put it
Yep.
at 30% of
Yep.
strength.
that would be rad.
But yeah,
It's hard to find the happy medium with that, probably. But
Mhm.
I want
I'm
to
very
be able
happy
to.
with this, though. I've driven the old Venom motorcycle. It was horrible. I never had any luck with it.
Mm.
All I ever wanted was a good dirt bike
Oh yeah.
motorcycle from RCs, and it's finally happened. So I'm happy with this. It's very, very new. We're basically running stock things for the most part.
Yep. And I think
We're gonna figure it out someday.
that
though.
these went so well, they're definitely going to bring an on-road
Yeah.
version, like a street bike version for it. Because I remember I had the small little ECX on-roads, like super bike. Yeah, it was a little super bike.
I've never
little one
seen
cell.
that.
But I made it a little 2-cell kind of series, like 2 cells into it. And dude, that thing was so fun. It had
I've
a
never
tiny
seen
little
one of
gyro.
those. That's
Look it
funny.
up, ECX super bike. or
I
something like
know
that.
ECX. Is that another shop I used to work at? Used to sell the ECXs back then.
But I don't think they make those anymore.
Yeah.
But I had a couple of them, and man, those were fun. That was the first little RC motorcycle that I had. That was years ago, man. That was probably like 8 years ago now.
So, guys, if anyone is in the Los Angeles area and you want to get together and either do some drifting, he's got a spot.
Yep.
You want to do Promoto, we've got a spot. Winter's coming up, so it's going to be the better time to do big airs at the beach.
Yep.
So Creighton 6S's, X Maxes, XRTs.
Bring the UDR out of retirement.
Yeah, come and soar those off the dunes with us at the beach. We'll be doing that throughout the winter. I'm gonna probably start mixing in another show. Maybe I don't know if I'm gonna do another channel or just do a second show a week where I just do motocross stuff, because I've got either motocross bikes or sport bikes.
Oh yeah.
So I might do that as well, because that's really something else I like.
Things looking like it needs to be rebuilt over there, so
Oh
possibly get that
yeah,
on the
it's
channel.
coming apart, but it's going back. It'll come back together and be beauty.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
be a beauty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, guys, I really appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. It's just a whole lot more fun with you guys in chat, so we appreciate it. Thank you. You guys are awesome. To my guests, thanks for coming by. You came in on short
Absolutely.
notice. We just were driving yesterday and was like, hey, you want to do it? Sure.
Yeah. I'm always available for the most part.
And so thanks a lot. We will put in the description any links. If you want to put, do you have any Instagram
Yeah, I'll give
or
you guys
anything to say you just want to say right now?
Yeah, if you guys want to give my personal Instagram a follow, it's at Mitch McKelvey. It's pretty much my name. I got a drifting account. It's all called SoCal RC Drifting without the G at the end. And I got a crawler account called the Tiki Trail V2 as well. So give those a follow. And yeah, I got videos all over the place. Just type in my name on Google. You'll see all my stuff come up. So yeah, give the videos a watch and appreciate that. Thank you guys.
That's Mitch McKelvey, and how do you spell it again?
Last name is
Yeah.
McKelvey.
Yeah, I think it's McKel. Okay, it's right there in the
comments.
it's in the comment. It's in the title of the name here also, or the title of the video. Guys, watch for a future video coming out with us racing them. It's so fun. If you guys haven't been able to drive, being by yourself and driving, it's cool.
But getting with
But
people,
having more people around, dude,
it's a world of a difference.
We were side by side and like,
oh yeah,
you came. What did you do? You hit that and almost endoed.
It was on throttle.
You
yeah.
were just stayed on the throttle to keep it from endoing,
Yeah.
dude. He hit a bump and almost endoed.
The whole crowd went wild.
It was so cool.
That was fun. We'll get back together and do it again. That was sweet.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish the Wolf Tracks was on tonight. If you watch this late, message me here on this or on my JBRC Garage thing on Instagram, Wolf Tracks, and we'll talk about going to the Los Angeles Coliseum Supercross race tomorrow. We're a few sections away from each other. I don't know how you're getting there. I don't know how I'm getting there yet. Traffic's a mess.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what's up with that. Guys, we're going to call it a night. It's been a little bit later, but it's been a good show. Really appreciate it. So if you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down there. Follow me on the other things. And if you guys want to ever post something on there, I'll be sure to check it out and follow you guys as well. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.
See you later. As I'm noticing, my Ackerman's all fucked up.